Welcome to Justicar build guide, you judgy bastards. Toughest one to make so far, for one simple reason. Justicar is amazing no matter how you build the bloody thing. Granted, some ways are more efficient than others, but this class has only good and awesome skill trees. Gonna share a couple ways I think Justicar can be most efficiently built, focusing on different stuff like utility, DPS and tanking. And utility mix. For this type of build I would recommend going to Provoke section through AG Shield, Hammer Hand, Honor the Chapter and Charge. Provoke enrages enemies, which makes them attack Justicar with melee strikes, so it is good tactic for pulling enemies like Plague Marines out of their comfort zone. Crazed upgrade is okay, but ranged enemies tend to attack Grey Knights regardless, so it is optional upgrade. Provoke is more important. Obviously for that high survivability is needed, which we get through AG Shield Discipline. Fortress ability is great for helping out DPS oriented builds so that they don't have to waste action points for AG Shield. Just transfer For this Justicar type I would suggest Force Sword because of auto parry, Halberd because of first strike, or Warding Stave because of auto aegis. War gear can be lots of stuff, something like Nullifier Matrix that increases armor, increased willpower, HP, or melee crit upgrades.
Zod, Kai, Kane, Kalmar, Kane, Kalmar, Malcolm, Bassian, Ned, Eodolony, Hardum, Horus, Rao, Rugen, Riflane, Santor, Solo, Zorak, Kalmar, Kalmar, Gentle, Elva, Alda, Aurelus, Alda, Agental, Zabert, Agental, Alda, Aurelus, Bask. Unleash me. At your service. Yes, Commander. Unleash me. Ask.
Careful about is if your support fire kills the target, nobody gets the will points for the kill. So I don't know if that's a bug or if it's supposed to be that way, but you do have to kind of be careful about that. I think I shoots an enemy and your does not help against full cover, but there's not a lot of full cover on most of the map. You've got the silencer, you've got the Psy cannon, and it's just random. It's just how it is, but he managed to draw that, and that's a great ability. So extra ammo for his gun, always going to be good. He's going to be your range specialist, is kind of the role that he fills. Area of effect damage, and he's got a couple of really, really nice debuffs. Those are going to be his bread and butter as well. When you're starting out, you kind of want to think about exactly how you want to do that, and there's a few ways that you can do it. He has access to the 3 heavy weapons. You've got the silencer, you've got the Psy cannon, which is what he's holding here in his hands, and then you've got the incinerator as well, the big flamethrower. And then he's also got grenades that he can specialize into. So we're going to talk about all of those things. But let's start with the silencer. All right, why would you want the silencer? Silencer's ranged, long range attack. Base silencer's range is 14, which is very long. This ability here gives him +4 to that range, so his silencers become range 18. He can also pick this ability here that gives him the ability to ignore damage penalties for the enemy being in partial cover. Does not help against full cover, but there's not a lot of full cover on most of the maps. Most of the time they're going to be in partial cover if they're anywhere, and the ability to just shoot past that and not lose damage from it's going to be key in getting rid of the enemy quickly. If you've seen my top 10 tips and tricks videos for tactical combat, one of the things I talked about is the best defense is a good offense. And I know that that's super cliche. I know that. But it's really true in this game. And the reason why it's true in this game is because you don't miss. There's no missing. You don't miss. The bad guys don't miss. Anytime you shoot, you're going to hit. Unless you're shooting directly into full cover, then you'll miss. But that's really the only thing. Reducing damage is the best you can hope for. And so if you can get the kills in before they have a chance to shoot back at you, that's just going to increase your survivability of your knights, and it's going to do nothing but good things for you. And part of that is being able to deliver damage yourself, especially in that first turn of combat. And so being able to ignore the cover that they're in is really good. This one increases +2 crit damage for this particular weapon. That's only for this weapon, only for the silencer. But it will stack with a couple of other abilities that he has potentially that we'll look at here just shortly. And then he also gets support fire. The interceptor, if you've seen my guide on the interceptor, also has this ability. Believe it or not, the interceptor does it better because this ability does 2 extra damage. Basically, whenever one of your teammates shoots an enemy and you're in range of that enemy as well, your Purgator is going to shoot that enemy and do 2 extra points of damage. 2 points of damage, not that much. And burning up an ammo to do it. The interceptor does it better because he's got extra abilities here that increase that damage up to 5. And this 2 points or the 5 points for the interceptor, it doesn't matter which weapon you have, it's just that much damage no matter which ranged weapon you have and how much damage it does. So this is questionable, I think, for the skill point that it costs you to get this skill. It's not useful, it's just kind of limited useful. Another thing you have to be really careful about is if your support fire kills the target, nobody gets the will points for the kill. So I don't know if that's a bug or if it's supposed to be that way, but you do have to kind of be careful about that. I think I neglected to mention that in my interceptors video, but yeah, if somebody shoots at him and then this guy shoots and those 2 points kill him, nobody gets the will points for that target dying. So that is something to kind of keep in mind too. So if you're going to come up into this tree, you definitely want these 3 abilities. I don't know if you want this one or not. That's completely up to you. If you think it's going to be useful over time, then great, take it. But it does use up ammo, and so you do want to keep that in mind. There is a very tiny cost in that you might run yourself out of ammo doing it. Down below here, you got the Psy Cannon, which is the second weapon that this guy can use, the second heavy weapon. It's a shorter ranged weapon. Base range on the Psy Cannon is only 10. Its base damage is 5, however, as opposed to 4 for the silencer. So it does slightly more damage. It also has the Psychic Onslaught ability, which gives it a area 2 burst attack that does area effect damage, and it does this particular set of abilities here enhances that. This one gives it +1 damage. This one also gives it +1 damage. This one increases the area by +1, so it's now an area 3 bubble instead of area 2. This ability right here, you're gonna want no matter how you're skilling out your Purgator, because this is rapid reload. When this knight's ammo reaches 0, they have a 50% chance to reload automatically. That can be increased if you have focus, granting gear or abilities or anything else. That goes up by that percentage as well. This is going to save you a lot of action points over the life of your soldier and over all the different combats that you have. And if you've seen my tactical combat tips and tricks video, action points are everything in this game. And anything that saves you from having to spend
Commander, have your men look for signs of this plague.
Be vigilant, brothers.
Ha! On the way! Guard up! Yes, Commander. It will be done. Praise the Emperor. Moving swiftly. The Emperor advancing. Wolves in front. Taking position.
Powers protect us!
I sense something near. Enemy sighted.
Ready to serve. Yes, Commander. Aye, sir.
Your orders. position. For the Golden Throne.
Here. As ordered.
Charge! Stay down!
Attack! Kill them all! Come at me now!
At your command. Aegis in arms. Death is our creed!
Here. Advancing. The Aegis shields us. Your orders? It will be done. Your command. At your service. It will be done. Firing now.
I am here to serve. Moving now. Defenses active.
Yes, Commander. The foe bleeds.
I sense a massive spike in warp activity below.
It is a warp surge, Inquisitor. Such events are common in pitch battles between Psychers.
And yet your brothers have clearly restrained their powers. Something foul is at work below.
Praise the Emperor.
I am here to serve. Yes, Commander.
Here. It will be done. Yes, Commander. Yes, sir.
Advancing! Chaos stirs within the shadows.
Wait, that creature.
Inquisitor, we have seen the dead walk in this way before.
As have I. Poxwalkers are evidence of warp corruption. This
is
is
your
no
will?
natural plague.
Moving now. I am his will.
At your command. At once.
Rules activated. Yes.
On the way. Shield activated.
Good. I will need to examine this corpse and...
I will not tolerate this contamination spreading to my servitors.
Do not obstruct me, Tech Priest. I will follow proper protocols.
Storm. Vengeance! Another falls to the Knights of Titan! Face me! Ha ha!
Satisfactory effort. Now return with my carcass so I can set to work.
We will deliver them to you as soon as containment is properly confirmed and sanctified.
Be swift about it. If this plague has already spread beyond this planet, then we will have far more ground to cover. You have my attention. This one appears it is different. The Grey Knights will be needed. I had pre-divining the if we must. Yes, you've taken enough of my time.
Protocol demand. I will not have the ship. That is the waiting. We have been the people did not defiance. Indeed, the affirmative. I am repairing the affirmative. The interaction is over.
Come. That she already makes you. It was a strategic by all means. It seems the Emperor might he had why indeed whatever, but we are the Hammer. Remember that. Commander, our prognosticators have detected this. I have identified this. From here, you can see some details for this mission, including the resource. The Brothers of Titan stand ready.
Force.
psychic disturbances here echo those I encountered on Koromar.
The hive cities are abandoned, but there is life below. Brothers, seek out any corruption and purge it.
At once. My blade is yours. Shield activated. It will be done. Enemies near. Weapons ready.
As ordered. Moving swiftly.
Taking position. The Emperor confirmed. I am with you. Here. The trial.
Ready to serve. The agent shields us. Yes, sir.
May the powers protect us!
What do we have here? I am here to serve. With alacrity. Aye, sir. I am the wrath of Xiphos!
Eyes on. Full destroyed, Commander.
Get away!
Justice! You cannot harm me. Praise the Emperor. Power! They will rot no more. On the way. Yes, Commander. Aye, sir.
Lotus. Yes, sir. Ask. It will be done. Pause. Shield activated.
On the way. Aegis in arm. Shield activated. Moving swiftly.
Unleash me. Aegis shielded. With me, my brothers. At your service. Wards activated. Taking position.
Aegis in arm. Chaos stirs within the shadows.
Your Imperium shall burn! Gods, watch over me!
They won't see me here.
At once. At your command. It will be done. Defenses active.
The Emperor presents. Affirmative. What is your will? Defensive action.
Yeah! Eat this! Ah! It is Just wait. Just wait. Die! 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 The gods favor you!
I am here to serve. Standing ready. Wards activated. Advancing. I strike true.
Get up! Get up! Get up!
Ready to serve. There now. Good as new. Gratitude. Moving swiftly. I am the Emperor's fury. I am here to serve. In an instant. Ha-ha!
Amateur. Feel the base. Justice. On the way.
I serve.
Die! Die! Die!
Here. With alacrity. Aegis in arm. On the way.
It will be done. The fire will be used. Ammo depleted.
It will be done. I am a master of my craft. My wrath is restored, brother, stored. Feel the bite of my sword!
All enemies have been cleansed. Good work, Commander.
all the effects from August about just some of the basics and what can you do with the interceptor. Like I said, ranged and melee are basically his two things. Let's start up here. So the first set of skills that he gets here, his Psybolt on his Stormbolter gains +1 damage. You're going to probably get that. That's a good one to pick up whether you're ranged or melee, because there are times where he's going to be using his Stormbolter anyway. If you decide to go with the heavy weapon range, though, you're going to come up here into Psychic Suppression, and this is the ability to suppress the use of psychic abilities on the enemy for multiple turns. With your melee guy, you're going to go... There's some really interesting stuff with melee here. So we already talked about this ability that gives you extra uses for your auto abilities. A couple of the melee weapons have auto abilities. The Force Sword allows you to parry, gives you a 50% chance to parry, and the Halberd allows you 25% chance to auto strike any enemy moving next to you. With this ability, they can do it twice per turn, just like everything else. And that's 2 successful tries, right? So if you don't happen to get it and the next guy comes in, that's still just 1. You know, it's how many times it actually activates, not how many tries you get. So you get this, and then you combine it with this one up here in this corner. Melee weapons. This is your melee weapon discipline up here. But this particular one, when this knight crits a target with a melee attack, which you're going to be doing, they have a 50% chance to gain another action point. That's potentially 2 extra action points every turn. So for your melee interceptor, I go level 1 here, get Hammer Hand and get Force Strike upgrade. Level 2, pick up the will points, pick up Teleport. Now you're mobile with your melee attacks. Very good ability, excellent ability. Level 3, pick up the extended range, get into Support Fire. Okay, this alone isn't very good because it's 2 points of damage once per turn, but it gets much better with the rest of these. So that's level 3. Level 4, you pick up this and maybe one of these. Probably the +2 damage here. Okay, now you're doing 3 damage or 4 damage per hit. Level 5, now you're going up into here. You pick up the +1 crit damage and you pick up the +5% crit chance. Level 6, you pick up the Ruthless Precision, and with these 2, you're in really nice shape for extra damage. And then you can fill out the rest of this. You can get down here into this if you want to. Get up here into this if you want to. It really doesn't matter after that. I do like to have the Teleport Strike for the area of effect attack. And that's the only area of effect attack that your melee interceptor is going to get. So that's probably where you want to go. Again, the Aegis Shield, the extra War Gear slot, great if you can fit them in. Tough to fit them in because that's another 2 levels that you have to dedicate to it that really ought to be more up here maybe. But again, up to you. Make your own choice. Down here in this corner, you've got the Cleansing Strike, which is interesting. It is 3 damage and 100% Purge, which takes away any enemy mutations. The thing about this is I didn't ever really think that I had any big problems with too many mutations coming out. Now, there are some enemies in the game that get upgraded mutations every turn, and it can get out of hand. But if you're really being aggressive and you're killing these guys quickly, it's usually not too much of a problem. The other thing with this is the Purgator is better at this than the Interceptor is. The Purgator gets an ability that does this at range over an area. This is a melee attack. And so if you need somebody to do purges, I would actually get one of your Purgators to skill into that and not bother.
You can spec the resource slot, gives you access to the new Knight reinforcements, servitors, grimoires, and other resources at the end of a mission. You can only unlock or upgrade each slot once per report. Slot upgrades increase your chance of accessing more and better equipment and resources.
You have my attention, Knight. It is not so... I need the seeds. Do I bore you? The Grey Knight. Do I bore you? The Grey Knight. We know that I will... Very well. Yes, you've taken enough of my time.
Commander, let us be an unclean affirmative. We had been the defiance suggests indeed the Ecclesia waiting for you. There is nothing waiting for. I must attend to repairs.
We have restored functionality to the Augurium and should review our prognostica choir. When prognosticas are attuned to a system, they will extend the mission timer in all adjacent systems. Glorious deeds are optional objectives that add risk to a mission, but grant requisition rewards on success. You must choose whether to accept before beginning the mission. This cathedral was home to the heretic Nulinius, though his cult was marked for purging over 300 years ago.
Time, or perhaps something else, seems to have done the deed for you, Knight.
No matter what foul ground our enemy chooses to sow his seeds, we will cleanse it.
Ready to serve. At once. Guard up.
It will be done.
Yes, sir.
I am here to
At
serve.
your command.
Here.
Praise the Emperor. Defense is active. As ordered. Prepare to engage. At once.
The agent shield up. Taking position.
I am here to serve. Shield activated. Moving swiftly.
Attack! Kill them all!
No demon shall avoid its fate.
Yes, Commander.
Yes, Commander. Pathetic.
Storm. In an instant. Ha! Aegis in arm. At once, Commander. Ha-ha!
What is your will?
Another falls to the Knights of Titan! Another one down!
Affirmative. We have purified this place. Knights! Commander, we've made contact with the enemy.
Well done, my brothers. However, the Fate God's minions converge on your location. Hold your ground until the Dominus can teleport you from the surface. Get up!
Gratitude.
As ordered. Moving now.
Eat this!
I am honored by fate.
I sense the enemy converging. Praise the Emperor. It will be done. Defenses active.
They will not see me here.
your command.
Your orders? I can command. Empty.
I am here to serve. On the way.
Your command. Yes.
Shield activated. Yes, sir.
Glory to Cyphos.
Gods, watch over me.
You will bleed.
Teleport coordinates locked. Initiating sequence.
You can select as many rewards as you like. Unspent requisition can be used after future missions or at the next Grandmaster's report.